Hey guys, welcome back. So, I'm going to try to make this stream quick, but I'm going to be finishing off all of the movies for, the 31 Nights of Halloween. I believe I did a typo for the title, so I will correct that when I finish the stream. So, yeah, I'll do today's film as well as tomorrow's to finish it off, so I'm not worrying tomorrow or Monday to do a stream. Figured might as well do it now to get it all over with. And I would like to say now that I did use an online website to help me summarize the plot of each film. I'm not too sure how, great each of these summaries sound, so I may have to look up for, look up each film for character names and whatnot, but I'll just roll with what I have. So, the films say, I will be talking about are Bones, Lil Nicky, Goosebumps, Hubie Halloween, Beetlejuice, Scream, Scary Movie 3. What? Must have not saved right, but I thought I had more. I know for sure I had more. Did it not save right? Dang. Well, I know I had everything typed up, but I guess it didn't save. Oh, no. Yeah, I tapped the wrong one. Yeah. I got figured out. Yeah, I got figured out now. Accidentally opened the wrong file, so say I will be doing a haunted house, along with its sequel, uh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Ma, Ghostbusters, the original 1984 film, plus its sequel, then The Goonies, then, and then Floss Boys, and there we go. Then closing out with the original Halloween film from 1978. So, I'll just try to get through these as quickly as possible and, call it a day with these, live streams. So, a haunted house we are kicking off the stream with. So, in August 2012, a young couple of Malcolm and Keisha move in. Uh, Keisha arrives and accidentally kills Malcolm's dog named Shiloh by running him over with her car. On the first night, Malcolm is constantly awoken with Keisha farting loudly that eventually drives him out of the room. Next morning, when Keisha notices her keys on the floor, she tells Malcolm they have ghosts. To prove her wrong, Malcolm has security cameras installed by Dan, the security man, and his brother Bobby. Malcolm tries to have sex with the camera on, but Keisha tells him to turn it off. Before they start, Malcolm turns the camera back on and records everything. Then, the next night, Keisha gets out of bed in the middle of the night, stands by the bed for several hours, and begins to dance. Malcolm wakes up and follows Keisha to the kitchen, where he catches her eating uncooked food and drinking old milk. She screams crazily when Malcolm restrains her. In the morning, she remembers nothing. Then, on another night, Keisha urges Malcolm to investigate a noise, but it turns out to be Rosa, his Hispanic housekeeper. Rosa quits, and Malcolm and Keisha smoke marijuana with the ghosts to relieve their pain. The next day, Malcolm's friend Steve and his girlfriend Jenny bring over a Ouija board to communicate with this ghost. When it doesn't work, Malcolm calls Dan and Bobby to help. Chip also rushes into the house to help. During the exorcism, Keisha escapes into the living room. Before Malcolm and Doug find her, Doug accidentally shoots and kills Rosa, who come to pick up her last check. When they all meet in the living room, Keisha behaves very strangely and flees to the basement. The group follows and finds her crying in a corner. When Malcolm reaches for her, she attacks him, and the whole group beats her up, apparently forcing the ghosts out of her body. The next night, Malcolm and Keisha have sex with the camera for about 3 hours, and, this is where the website basically cut the summary off, but I believe they, later on in the film, Malcolm and Keisha are driving while the ghost possesses her, and, more chaos happens. Now, sequel. So, I don't think this was a very reliant website, but let's just go hop into the second film, A Haunted House 2. So Keisha starts making a fuss and fights Malcolm, then breathes into Ray's face. Somehow everybody is okay, but Malcolm and Ray have an unconscious Keisha in the backseat and run away. A year later, Malcolm moves in with his girlfriend Megan, and insecure woman with 2 kids, her Brady and promiscuous teenage daughter Becky, and effeminate son Wyatt, who has a stereotypically black imaginary friend named Tony, which I believe is a reference to The Shining, with Danny and his imaginary friend Tony. Malcolm messes around with with, I believe, a camera or a doll until he starts having sex with it. Malcolm carries his camera around to, record everything he sees. He meets the neighbor, Miguel, who jumps at every chance. He gets called Malcolm, racist whenever he comments on something related to the Mexican stereotype, although all of it is in jest. Additionally, Becky finds an old box and develops an attachment to it, and Wyatt continues to hang out with his imaginary friend. Malcolm seeks help from a paranormal psychologist named Professor Wilde. He deduces that Malcolm may have had a previous encounter with a demonic force. Malcolm thinks it has to do with Keisha. Malcolm finds himself being terrorized and taunted by Abigail as he is getting sent crude photos from her to his phone. Later, Malcolm sees a box moving in the dark and begins to attack it. Then, let's see. Then, later on, they, gets his friends in to help out and whatnot, and, yeah, I'll just leave it there. Then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let's see, we start off with a couple of kids entering an unknown house, and let's see. Then later on, Sally and Frank are set out to find their friends. Let's see. Leatherface, kills the neighbor, and let's see. But eventually, couple of them escape. Well, I believe, Sally escapes a house at the end of the movie, and Leatherface is, mad, and, he flails his chainsaw in there in anger and defeat. Now, Ma, it's about, a new kid at high school, Maggie. She meets new friends, Hallie, Daryl, Chaz, and Andy. Fun. Sue Ann, who, hangs out there, and adult invites the teenagers to drink in her basement, and one night she drugs Maggie and takes her earrings. And, wakes up with bruises on her ears. Let's see. Yeah, I'll try and skip forward a little bit, but Sue Ann eventually kills off some of the kids one by one for disobeying and whatnot. Then, she forces Maggie and her friends to take some pictures, and Sue Ann attempts to hang Maggie, but Jeannie, who is another kid down there, intervenes, starting a fire in the process. Sue Ann attempts to throw Jeannie into the fire and blames Erica for not stopping the sexual assault. And there's a little more to the movie, but this is where, it ends. So, now, the original Ghostbusters, a group of guys basically form a group for paranormal activity throughout New York and doing investigations, and they they have their service in a disused firehouse. And they're also somewhat suspicious of the EPA of what they have to say about it, but throughout they have to, you know, try and find Zool, who is in Dana's fridge and whatnot. Let's see. Then, yeah, Louis, who is, whose, soul has been captured by villains, eventually finds Dana, who has the soul of Zool. And, they try to summon an apocalypse. The Ghostbusters eventually find them and defeat them while saving Louis and Dana. So that's like where it ends, and there's some destruction of New York as well. Now, Ghostbusters 2 takes place 5 years after the original, from saving New York. Then, basically, something is affecting the city, and in a sewer, they find out that it is some slime, so they gotta find a way to, take that out, which they eventually do. The Goonies are another one of my favorites. So, basically about a group of kids rummaging through an attic, find a map, and lead on an adventure. So throughout, they have, little disputes, but comes out, clean. And eventually they find the treasure they're looking for. Now, Floss Boys, basically a group of kids who are vampires. Let's see. Michael becomes fascinated by Sarah, who is a beautiful young woman he spots on boardwalk. Then, let's see. Then, Sarah warns Michael not to drink from an off bottle, telling him it is blood, but Michael ignores her advice. Michael wakes up at home the next day of unaware of how he got there in the first place. Then let's see. Later on, looks like they have gang fight, and one of the vampires, Marco, is impaled with a stake, while the rest of them escape. But ends with gang fight, and they end up safely. Now, the original Halloween. So, Halloween 1963 in Haddonfield, Illinois, 6-year-old Michael stabs his teenage sister, Judith, with a kitchen knife. 15 years later, on October 30th, 1978, Michael escapes the asylum he is at. Right, so then later on, Tommy sees Michael from the windows and thinks he is the boogeyman, but Lori doesn't believe him. When she gets into the car, Michael appears from the back seat and strangling her and slits her throat. let's see. Later on, Michael proceeds to strangle Linda with the phone cord while Lori listens on the other end, thinking it's a joke. She flees to the hallway in terror, where Michael suddenly appears in the dark and slashes her arm. Uh, Michael sneaks in through its window and attacks her again, but she stabs him in the neck with a knitting needle. Then later on, she tells the children to hide in the bathroom while Lori hides in the bedroom closet, but Michael finds her and breaks through the closet door. After they leave, Michael awakens once again and slowly approaches Lori. Then Detective Loomis shoots Michael 6 times, knocking Michael off the balcony, and Lori asks Loomis if Michael was a boogeyman, which Loomis confirms. Loomis walks to the balcony and looks down to see that Michael has vanished. Michael's breathing is heard during a montage of locations where he recently been, indicating he could be anywhere. And that's basically where they pick back up for the original sequel, really released in 1981. So, I know I kind of made this stream a little short, as I just came off from an hour and 40-minute stream from listening to Ed Sheeran's new album, which you guys can check out if I decide not to take it down for copyright, but we'll see what I do, and I will see you all next time.